Hey, this is Web Suspect, and today I'm going to do a video I really don't want to do. And I'm going to tell you why. So, the other day, my friend comes over, knocks on the door, my neighbor friend, and he goes, there's this group of people, and they run the New World Order, and I think I've had this conversation before. So, he's having trouble spinning it out, and he goes, they own everything, and I was trying to correct him. I said, you're just chasing your tail. Um, I've had some long discussions with my neighbor about this, and here's what's bothering me. I'm going to title this video "Brother the Brother the Jews Did It." Nathaniel or Milton. His name's supposedly Milton Kapner. I know this about him from researching. Okay, if you watch his videos, he wears a costume and he's a magician. If you don't know if somebody's doing a magic trick on you, I can't help you. People have observed this about him, and I've observed it too. He wears a costume. Okay, so that's the first thing. And if you watch closely, here's a good example of it. He uses looping transitions and some kind of programming studio for the weather. So I think he used to be a weatherman. I know he did television. I can't remember his name. I remember seeing him on the news somewhere. And he's in about the 70s or 80s now, so in the 70s or 80s he might have been 40 or 50. Now, the information that's about on him about on the internet is that he was homeless and living in his car, and he joined a synagogue. And the article says that he would get up to services to go to the restroom. I mean, we've all been to services, whether you're Christian or Jewish or Catholic, it doesn't matter. There's always one person who's got to get up 3 or 5 times in an hour to go to the bathroom. And they said he would bring a crucifix to church. So he was, or shul, which I'm not Jewish, but I would think that a crucifix in shul would be inappropriate. Now, the only people who wear this kind of costume are Orthodox Christians who live in Israel, mostly Orthodox priests. And I don't know why this guy upsets me to no end. He's usually got a long rant that the Jews did. I have a new acquaintance, new friend, who has a Jewish name, and I think not much has been said. He has a small business, but I became friendly with this new Jewish friend because we have similar interests on the high spectrum end, as far as trying to change things and all that. But I'm like, what do you, if there's anybody out there who's Jewish who has an opinion on this, please add me to Skype. My username's WebSuspect. I would love to talk to you and ask you if the Jews are secretly running the planet. Because it's only like 1 million Jewish people in the world. Some Jewish people are in Hollywood, some own banks. But I have another neighbor who's Christian and owns a bank. So not all banks are run by Jews. But like I said, this guy, he uses looping transitions. He's got a clicker. He's on some kind of program where they put a green screen on the back. And he's been a little clever, like this one's backlit. And he's figured out how to backlight himself on a studio set. And you can see that things are kind of set up where it's difficult to tell where the shading falls. But where you can catch them is on looping transitions. Like, you'll have birds flying in the background. The birds will just disappear and show up again in 5 minutes. Like, birds aren't like Klingon bird of prey. They don't just fucking disappear and then come back. I think one way to bust this guy would be to find out where he lives, contact a Greek Orthodox or some Russian Orthodox churches. He's definitely not a priest. He's just a character. Find out if he has any affiliation to any kind of church at all, which I'm 99% sure that he doesn't. But look at some of this other crap. All right, there's a lot of people out there with good information on the New World Order that only get 100 to 200 views a month. This guy, all right, we'll find one that says Jews, and it'll have, like, here's another IMF. He'll have tens and thousands of hits. I can't believe, here's one on ISIS in Israel, 82,000 views. YouTube is promoting this crap Like, you can't in any way believe that YouTube, especially if you're Jewish and you have a business, and you see that Google owns YouTube, and YouTube is supporting this crap. I mean, right there, that should be proof that Google is an evil company. Just a little bit on 9/11. Somebody was talking about 9/11 the other day. This is a little tip on 9/11 most people don't know. The World Trade Center buildings were full of asbestos. It was going to cost about $1 billion to remove all this asbestos. If you research Halliburton, which was a main manufacturer of asbestos that was used in buildings like WTC, and Dick Cheney's connections with Halliburton, in addition to all the products, the carpet and the ceiling tiles that were made out of asbestos, Halliburton made a special product to put over the steel beams that was an asbestos jacket to protect the beams from fire. So in addition to all the other stuff with 9/11, the hundreds of things, I'll throw in there Jews, since everybody likes to talk about Jews lately. Did Jews make the asbestos for Halliburton? Put your comments in the title below. If you're Jewish or Israeli, I'd love to hear from this. It honestly makes me sick. I think this is why the New World Order has so much power over society, because a large majority of the people, I think it's greater than 50%, I'd say it's 60%, are just constantly chasing their tail. So nobody ever gets to the bottom of who's suppressing energy technologies. Carburetors, a big one they're talking about. Like, cars only got 10 or 20 miles in a gallon like 40 years ago. Now they get like 20 or 30 miles per gallon, and that's not even hybrid electric cars. Some other examples. Space technology I was talking about recently. If we've been developing space technology for the last 50 years, shouldn't it be getting cheaper? Shouldn't the price be coming down? And yet there's so many, like NASA just said recently, we couldn't go to the moon today with current technology. Like, if technology is better, shouldn't it be easier? So I don't know. Like, if you have any opinion on Brother Nathaniel, please make a video. Please comment below.